some religions think the egg is the symbol of the soul. Would you like an egg? Hello friends, welcome back to another video with me, Zenzul. Today on my Affliction Warlocks and Crows, we are back in Warsong Gulch. We are fighting the Alliance, of course. Yeah, this is a good BG. I enjoyed this Battleground immensely. It was one of those topsy-turvy BGs that you sometimes get. Well, you'll see it, you'll enjoy it for yourself, I do hope. Anyway, so we're up against the Western European team. They have one healer, they've got a couple of Shadow Priests in here and 3 Assassination Rogues. Yeah, my favourites. Funny thing is, I've always, whenever I played my Rogue, and I played my Rogue quite a lot, I've always had a Rogue ever since Vanilla. I used to do twinking BGs on my Rogue years and years ago, and yeah, I always enjoyed playing Rogue. And I always played Assassination. I never really got down with the combat as it was called then, and Outlaw as it's called now. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really like the iteration in this expansion. Played it a little bit, but they are bloody difficult to beat now. But it is what it is. Anyway, we're in this BG. We're in Warsong Gulch in mid, getting the mid sorted out. They've picked up. We haven't. But we're staying collectively as a group, and I'm thinking that's okay. Got 4 or 5 of them already dead. The DH has gone flag, so obviously we need to try and get him down as quickly as possible. Good shadow lock there from that hunter. Locked me out. I was thinking, oh god, this isn't going to end well if we don't. Someone doesn't go flag, but especially with DHs, because obviously they can move really fast. But I get all my dots up on him and I think, oh, okay. Well, most of my dots up, and I don't think I'll get corruption on him. And he gets nearly to the tunnel and he drops, and luckily we get that back, so that's all good. I'm thinking, alright, okay. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to oh god, please don't cyclone when there's really no point. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to sometimes lose that first flag, because if you do have a good team, you know, it sort of generates you to sort of do better in the Battleground, and that's, you know, happens sometimes. Other times it doesn't. The team just falls apart and people leave, etc., etc. But yeah, so that was cool. That was quite a sort of good wake-up call, I thought, for us. So again, as you can see, DPS wise, we've got no problem really beating this team. But that doesn't go to say that this is an easy Battleground to win or lose. It's just, you know, that first initial fight is always a good indicator, usually, of how well your team can manage the other team, and you know, going toe to toe, as it were. So one of our guys has picked up now, so that's all good. We're just sort of working on these priests, these 2 Shadow Priests, which are the only 2 players that there's alive, which is very rare. Having played a Shadow Priest quite a lot in this expansion. When's 8.1 coming out? Shouldn't be long now, eh? So they got one of their Assassination Rogues is on our flag carrier. I'm thinking, right, we need to get down and get them away. Luckily we got a nice bear druid going flag, so boom, he's away. And that's a good little start from us, I think. Hide in the bush. Always good to hide in the bush if you ever can. Especially when you're playing a Warlock with 3 rogues. Yeah, so not too bad. But yeah, DPS is alright. We're not too bad. We're not doing too bad in this BG at all. That's the first one down. It isn't a... I don't put, as you probably know if you're a follower of my stuff on my channel, I don't put easy games up usually. So this isn't an easy game. It starts off pretty easy. You can kind of oh god, stop cycloning. You can kind of sometimes get a false sense of security in some of these BGs. We think, oh, this is going to be easy, but this wasn't. Maybe it started off well. One in Assassination Rogue just left already. That's not the end of the world, is it? But I think they get a... I think they got a balanced druid instead. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me. No, actually, it might have been a paladin. I think it might have been a paladin. I'm sure you could rewind this video and find out. It's not that important anyway. But they do pull it around, which was good because obviously it makes for a good video to upload. Okay, so yeah, we're just still trying to keep them here. I'm not really. I'm not saying I'm sort of like a, I don't know, a goody two shoes, but I don't really like graveyard camping. I don't like it being done to me, and I don't really like doing it to other people. So, yeah, I don't. It doesn't sit well with me. It never has. I don't know why. It's not like I've got some sort of. Well, yeah, I have. It's a certain honour thing. I think. I know it sounds silly in a computer game, but I do think it's an honour thing. I don't like it. I don't like it really. So I'd rather just play the game as it's meant to be played, as in a nice close battle. Okay, so their balanced druid's gone flags. I'm thinking, right, okay, we need to get him down, boys. Then I get sort of trained by this warrior, but luckily I've got my beautiful circle. Okay, so we'll try and work on these guys here. They got their healer. I think their healer left, and they got another healer. I'm pretty damn sure they didn't have that monk at the beginning of the battleground, but maybe I was wrong. I don't think I was wrong. I think there was a discipline priest or something, but he left. Anyway, yeah. So just working on these guys. As you can see, we've capped again. You know, this is. Don't know what you're putting this up for, Zen. This is just an easy game. Well, it really didn't end that way. I know I keep saying like hamming it up like I'm producing some kind of sales pitch or something, but it really isn't like that. So at this point, I'm thinking, oh god, okay, what we're gonna do? Just go and get the last one, and I'm not one of these people to follow on from my point about the honour thing. I'm not one of these people that likes to just sort of then farm for 8 minutes. I'd rather just get the BG over. I'm not the most patient of people. My missus would testify to that. I'm not a very patient man. I don't really want to waste my time, even if we're winning. Just think it's a little bit boring. You know, if you're just going to win 3-0, that's all good. Winning 3-0 means obviously you're a better team and you've done the right things, you've played the objectives, but it's not that fun to play in. I like nice close games. I like when we lose sometimes, but we lose well. It's good to win sometimes, but you win well. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just I played this game far too long. I don't know. I just always thought there was a certain honour in winning Battleground, whether it be a random battleground or an RPG or an arena. You know, I like to win in style. I think I'll try, or at least lose in style. Also, you can't win them all. I'm not the greatest loser. I'm quite a bad loser, really, in my IRL. But in this game, yeah, it is what it is. So again, yeah, trying to work on their team, but they've picked flag up at this point. Not only have they picked flag up, but he's through, and we've done nothing. As someone put in the chat, wake the F up, kids. And that was probably about right, because we were kind of a little bit too sort of arrogant, I would say, at this point. And he had a point. And yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, for God's sake, you know, just sort of walk through the whole lot of us. So of course at this point, even though we're 2-1 up, you're thinking, right, well, we could lose this. And I'm thinking that we could lose this. If we're not careful, we could really, really lose this. And that's happened many times playing this BG. Not necessarily just this BG, but, you know, you're steaming it, your DPS is good, your team's sort of working quite well, but then you lose because you just don't do the right things. And yeah, that's what's happening really. Our plan is going to shit. But luckily one of our guys has gone flag as well, so we're looking at, you know, controlling the midfield. I get caught out here really. Not very good positional play by me. You notice in my BGs I try and position myself. I can always work on it. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I always try and work on my positioning. I think it's important as well if you play a class like a warlock. If your positioning's bad, you're just going to spend your whole life in the graveyard. So I'm always trying to work on my positioning, but obviously sometimes you get caught out, and well, that was one of those times. I like looking back on these videos and looking at the mistakes I make, and you know, hopefully you can see those mistakes and not make them yourself. And as I say, but you know, even though I've been playing this game since 2004, I still make mistakes all the time. But you know, that's why I'm not a 2.8k rated arena player. I'm just a guy playing this game and enjoy it. So at this point I'm thinking, right, okay, there's the whole team there. Both teams have dropped, so we're still 2-1 up with 4 minutes to go, and I need to get back to my team. Kind of thinking, you need to turn around, Zenz. You need to turn around, son, because you're in trouble here. Haven't got circled down, so again another mistake, which is not a good way to be, especially when you've got a rep paladin literally right up your backside. But luckily we've got a healer there, and put a weakness on him, then get a circle down. Got my positioning back better, and they've picked up again. Okay, so this isn't good. You can see we're pretty much on the ropes here. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble in this BG, because they really have got the upper hand, and our team's just all over the place. We're just sort of firefighting at the moment, and not firefighting very well. So I'll try and get that guy down. Try and work on them. See out the corner of my eye probably in a minute. Zenz, do you see him out the corner of your eye? Everyone else does. Yeah, the guy with the flag. I was thinking, right, we need to get back up to the middle. Use my nitros. Okay, so there's about 5 or 6 of them here. So bear in mind, there's 3 minutes to go. There's 5 or 6 of them all in training it, and you're thinking, well, if one drops, one can pick up. No one's gone flag for our team. Everyone is backing our defense per se. And we're just thinking, oh, someone go flag, please. The rogue was in front of me and could have easily gone flag. So I'm just saying, right, okay, let's just try and get them all down. If we can get them all down, they can't cap, surely. So one picks up, one drops, one picks up, one drops. His paladin's through. So, you know, if he's got the coolies, he can do this. But luckily, we get him down and we return it. Woo-hoo! Close one, right? Because obviously, if we'd have let that go through, we were done. We were toast. We were out of this BG. We would have lost it, and that is a really, really silly thing to do. On a happier note, I got a lovely piece today. Just doing the emissary quests, and got a lovely bit of 355, which is good for my eye level, really. 355. Piece of shoulder piece, and it had Inevitable Demise. I'm so happy, so happy. I've got one piece now, yay! Yeah, so I was really, really chuffed with that. I was like, yes, brilliant. I've actually got a piece of Inevitable Demise. And obviously, of course, as I've stated in many of these videos, I will probably get all 3 pieces when they nerf it come 8.1. So just trying to do a little bit of clearing up here, mopping up with the warrior, and we've got this balanced druid. He should go down pretty easy. Don't see many balanced druids around the moment. So at this point, got 1 minute 15 seconds to go. Both teams have picked up, so we're still in the balance at this point. I'm thinking, oh, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I thought, well, if I just hang around here, it might be okay. Saw the shaman here that's got the flag, or shaman, however you want to say it. Potato. And he's quite far away. I'm thinking, well, he could still do this. Technically, he could still do this. We've got a demon hunter on our flag, so you know he has got some escape mechanics. But it's probably best not to get that situation where, yeah, So I'm just sort of trying to stay alive at this point and see if I can do a little bit of damage. And luckily we return the flag. I go down, but boom. There we do it. There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did playing it. It was a good BG to be a part of. If you did, nice big thumbs up, click the little bell and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one, my friends. Bye-bye.